My name is Janique Charles and I play adult Nala in The Lion King.
And I'm Nick Afoa and I play adult Simba in The Lion King.
It's amazing. It's a dream come true. I've always wanted to be a part of The Lion King and here I am.
Yeah, for me too. Like, I get to do the same thing every night and also be a part of a show that's been so successful, and over 16 million people have seen it here in London over the last 20 years. So yeah, I get to do that. It's pretty amazing.
Oh my gosh, there's so much pressure. But you know what? I mean, we get like a fresh audience every night. I think where the pressure comes from is internally, because as performers, we just have that intrinsic desire to want to do well. But, like the team that supports us and prepares us for the show, they're very understanding and they're very kind and supportive. And it's a creative process. So we prepare as much as we can, and we come out on stage and we perform to our heart's delights.
And on that pressure, like, I'd say with the 20th coming up, it can be very easy to get to put pressure on yourself. But when you focus on it being a celebration, and that's what this is, after 20 years of the show being here, and I don't know how many people being a part of it, and you focus on the celebration aspect of it, it kind of puts the pressure aside and you're able to enjoy it and live in the moment.
I think the show it's a timeless piece. It just explores so many different human themes that apply to everyday life across cultures, across ages and genders. Like, everyone can relate to some aspect of the show. And I mean, come on, it's won 6 Tony Awards, including Best Lighting, Best Scenic Design, Best Directing, Best Musical. I can go on, but it's constantly being told by zealous performers, throughout the years, like performers from all over the world, just bring a freshness to the show.
Yeah, how does Simba get ready? Simba gets ready. I come into the theatre about an hour and a half before the show. We all have our own different makeup processes, but for Simba himself, as well as covering up my Samoan tattoo, which you can see here, there's the application of the red shield, which is of Maasai and Kenyan culture, and that signifies bravery, and it's an integral part of a young man and their rite of passage within that culture. And so you'll see young Simba, the young actor, have that same red on him, and also the adult actor as well, which is me.
I also come in about an hour before the show, and I have a slightly different process to Simba. I don't have Samoan tattoos to cover, but I've got a really beautiful costume that consists of like a leotard that's all hand painted, and a corset that's hand beaded, like over 1,000 different beads are painstakingly sewn into that corset. These are elements of the costume that I put on, as well as I spent about 40 minutes in makeup, getting my face ready for the show. And it's the makeup. It consists of a shield around my face across the jawline, and different dots. And these are inspired by different African tribal designs that you will see if you go to different tribes in Africa. And then we're ready for the show.
The reactions we get, they differ from day to day. You get electric crowds, you get the schools that come in on a matinee, and they can fill the top tier, and they're loud right throughout the show. You can get really, really quiet audiences, and then at the end everyone is standing. So you can't sit here and say, oh yeah, it's a Thursday, we're going to have this crowd, because everyone is different with the way they receive it. But one thing is for certain, everyone enjoys themselves, and it's great to come outside stage door too and see sometimes some of the people that have watched the show, and you can see the delight and joy in their faces and in their eyes. It's great to see.
On touching on what Nick said about stepping outside the stage door and meeting with some of the audience members, there are quite a few audience members who have seen the show as much as 10 times, and I think I wonder, what is it that you receive from the show that keeps you coming back? And they say to me sometimes it's a story. It's a story that resonates with them, and it's a story that's being told yes, it's the same story, but differently every night because it's a different vibe every night. And that's why it keeps them coming back all 10 times. And I think that's why, you know, it's kept the show running for 20 years. Over 100 million people across the planet have seen The Lion King, and 60 million in London. Like, it's just, it's magnetic the way that it draws people in.
If you look at our show and the cast that make it up, you have people from South Africa, South America, obviously here the UK, the Pacific where I'm from, the Caribbean. I don't want to miss anyone out right now. But you know,
US and right here in the UK as well.
Yeah, right here in the UK, and just touching on the human story aspect, which obviously Julie Taymor loves to emphasise when she also talks about what the show is. And I've learned that myself in being here in London. I was once a part of an Australian cast who had quite a lot of Australian and Pacific contingency, and then I came here and I was in amongst the cast of so many other cultures and ethnicities, and then being able to bring the same story on stage and tell it in our own unique way. It's really special. Also off stage as well, getting to learn about other cultures and other people, and yeah, it's a great life experience as well as on stage.
And like it's been running for such a long time because it explores so many different aspects of human life, and we have, you know, London is such like it's a metropolis, and we have so many different ethnicities and cultures here, and regardless of what people are going through, one thing that the show really does emulate is the spirit of unity that you see at the beginning and at the end through the scene of Circle of Life, and it's unity amongst different types of people from different backgrounds that you see in the show. And for me personally, I've come from Trinidad and Tobago, and I came over to the UK to perform in The Lion King, but I'm a long way from home, and although it can be lonely, and you know, it can be like a little bit daunting being in a big city by kind of like by yourself, it's kind of like counteracted because of the rich diversity of people that are in the show. Like, everybody's kind of like in the same boat, you know, and everybody's unified by this one cause, which is performing in the show and telling the story.
You should come and see it because you're guaranteed to walk out of there happy. You know that you're going to get a story of faith, hope and love. Sorry, I just quoted one of the songs. The visuals, the music. What someone asked me that the other day, because I used to be a sportsman, and they said, what's the difference? And I said, well, at least you're guaranteed your team to win if you come to The Lion King. You go and watch your team play, you're not always guaranteed that. So come and watch the show and you'll see us as well.